Gave my girl got no money.
It sounds like a bird just whistling in our ear. Wait, do birds whistle? I'm not even sure, honestly. What's up? It's Sadzilla yet again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about mixing. This is going to be part 2 from my first part being about panning. Today we're going to be talking about EQing, which can kind of be therapeutic if you allow yourself to just relax and just, you know, kind of clean some vocals up. It can actually be kind of fun. If you guys haven't watched part 1, I will link that video down below and in the description. But before we get started, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button down below and the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I drop new songs or videos just like this. Alright, so I have a new song that I'm working on with one of my good friends, Kyle off Soze. This one's called GameStop Girl. We were just going to be cleaning up some vocals here. I'm just going to play throughout the chorus. I mean, you guys can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll kind of go into the EQ of it and all that. So let's have some fun with it.
Gave my girl got no money. Mama said get that. Mama said get that. Gave my girl got no money. Mama. Gave my girl got no money. Mama said get that honey. From McDonald's she said I'ma get a real job. I'ma be the hottest gamer girl at the gas shop. Double tap that ass. Give my girl that pussy a nerd with glass. Double tap that ass. Give my girl playing games like she got a game pass.
So first off, let's just isolate these 5 layers here. Now we talked about panning, right? And in this panning that I did, I actually have 1 in the middle, 2 on the side that are 50%, and then I have 2 on the far sides that are 100%. Now, we'll get into later what the effects are that I do on those vocals, but today we're just going to be focusing on EQ. Okay, so I'm going to isolate this vocal. This is what the vocal sounds like just on its own.
Gave my girl got no money.
The voice of an angel. Okay, so first thing that we want to do with my vocal here is we're going to get rid of the low end. Okay, so like, let's just, if you're using a parametric EQ, they usually are pretty much all the same. I like using parametric EQs because I can clearly see a graph and see what I'm doing. Some other people like just using regular EQs where it's just more of just bars up and down and numbers, but I like seeing a graph here. First things first, you have your low bass, you have your bass, you have your low mid, you have your mid, upper mid, it's like a high pass, and then a treble. A lot of people who do EQing just look at the numbers, they look at the frequencies. So this would be in the 6,324th, you know, frequency, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it changes based on wherever you bring it up. We're not going to go by the numbers today. We're just going to go by kind of like what we see, what we can visually see. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we're going to cut out the low end on my vocal, okay? So before I'll play it, and then you'll hear what happens when I cut out that low.
Gave my girl got no money. Gave my girl got no money.
And what I like about parametric EQs is that when you see it,
Gave my girl got no money. Gave my girl got.
You can see some like moments in these like highlighted. You know, you can see like there's more color in some places, and then like, or it's just not as bright in some places. Those places that are really bright, that means that you're having like a very like harsh, dense frequency hit. So like for example, like right here, you can see that there is a very dense. There's a dense frequency right here. So like if I wanted to isolate this, you can bring this up.
Gave my girl got no money.
You can hear that. You hear that frequency.
Gave my girl got no money.
So like if I wanted to get rid of that frequency, I can just go like this and cut it out.
Gave my girl got no money. Gave my girl got no money.
These are like very.
Gave my girl got no money.
I think it's actually right here, actually.
Gave my girl got no money. Gave my girl got no money.
See, it's right there. It's actually kind of all in that same space. So if I even wanted to do it like that, I could do that.
Gave my girl got no money.
So you see what I'm saying? So And these are like very subtle things that if you are listening to the track, you would not know what it is that is bothering your ear, or like somebody like me would bother me, but may not bother a lot of people. But overall, it can make your vocal sound a lot cleaner if you cut out these things and go through the process. So what I just did there, we're actually going to be doing in the higher end. The higher end is where we're going to get a lot of those frequencies that we don't like. So let's go ahead and check these out.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
So like we're just gonna isolate some of these. We're just gonna isolate them, make them very thin, and then we're just gonna move it around, and we're gonna find out what spot is just like, you'll hear it. You'll hear what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my girl got no money. Yeah, my girl got no money.
Right there. I mean, we immediately found something, right?
Yeah, my girl got no money.
So
yeah, my girl got no money.
And we're just gonna go through this process again.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
Hear that?
Yeah, my girl got no money.
It sounds like a bird just whistling in our ear. Wait, do birds whistle? I'm not even sure, honestly. They sing.
Yeah, my girl got no money. Yeah, my girl got no money.
That one's not too intense. I bet there's something over here that's a little bit more, in that higher frequency that we can definitely get rid of.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
Yeah, just right there.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
And I mean, I'm like barely doing this. I'm not doing too much here to make this happen. I could go way more in depth and really be nitpicky about these frequencies that I'm taking out. But even just like taking out these 4 and taking out the lows does so much to a track. So I'm also just going to boost
girl got no money.
This high end just to give it a little bit of clarity. But overall, like, let's hear what it sounds like with and without. This is what it sounds like without.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
This is what it sounds like with.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
I mean, you can clearly tell now that we've made these changes. You can tell that there is a much cleaned up version of this vocal now. Now, if I just did one thing at a time and I showed you the before and after, you may not be able to tell too much. But because we did it all at once and then we go and listen, you can definitely tell that there's a difference there. Now that everything's, it sounds crisp.
Yeah, my girl got no money.
You can definitely tell that there's, a huge difference now that we have cleaned up our vocals. And yeah. So a lot of cases, there are different tones that you'll use, and you would actually benefit more from isolating those vocals in different EQs. And like, for example, like this, if I do this kind of tone.
Double tap that ass.
That's going to need like a different type of EQ as opposed to the other one, which is a more softer kind of tone like
Mama
this.
said, get that honey.
Just another note, if you use different microphones, if you wanted to like preset this, it's like, okay, well, I always sound like this, and so I'm just going to preset this EQ. That's great and all, but just keep in mind that different mics have different frequencies. So if you change your mic, you're going to probably have to change your EQing, definitely. It also changes based on like how much your gain is on your mic, or, like where you are. Like, there's so many different factors that go into the frequencies that you use. So yeah, definitely just be careful with that. But overall, I mean, just some basic cleanup will make your mixes sound so much better. I mean, I'm not asking the world of you guys. I'm not asking you guys to be some kind of experts in mixing. I'm definitely no expert, but these are just the bare minimum basics that if you follow, you're going to have some way better mixes. So that concludes part 2 of my mixing tutorial. The first one was about panning. This one's about EQing. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about aligning your vocals and basically just cleaning up deliveries and making shit sound, crisp and clean. But that concludes another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. With that, this is Zilla with the S. I will see you next time.